Make that big boss less special. It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level. Second level gaming. Second level.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Level 2 VR, your weekly VR chat section. What, you throwing the deuces
I do the deuces. I don't know, because Level 2, I don't know.
That makes sense, I suppose. Your weekly VR chat show with myself, Tom, and Buddy Keegan. We are the Level 2 Gamers, and we are here to bring you some stuff about VR.
The virtual world that is now in the real world, which is weird to say. I've been playing a lot of VR recently.
I noticed.
I mean, Werewolves Within still is, in my opinion, the best experience. Can I talk about something before you get to your news?
Go for it.
So this morning, I'm part of the, as you know, I like Kind of Funny, the former IGN guys that do their similar to what we do. And I was in the Facebook group, and somebody posted of like, Sony's not been pushing PSVR. Do you think it's dead? All this kind of stuff, and it started a civil shitstorm is the best way I can put it. Where like people were arguing with each other back and forth, but it wasn't like named. It was just like, no, I like it because of this. I don't like it because it was really kind of nice. Like, the internet, you did a good job for once. But it was interesting just kind of seeing different people's perspectives on it. Because with us, obviously, we've been playing since launch. We're like, oh yeah, we're always into it, partially because of the show, but we also both love it. And it was interesting seeing the people that got it at launch, kind of did what I did, went away, came back. That's a thing people are allowed to do.
There's a couple people that gave up on it completely as well.
That's what I'm saying. Some people went away. Yeah. There's some people like, I will never buy it. I'm waiting for VR 2, which fair enough, because I usually wait for second gen
adopters
stuff.
Curse.
But the point of that was, I was kind of surprised at how many people came to its defense. I was arguing because one of the things you can't really argue is that, and we've said it before, but AAA titles for it are sparse.
Lackluster.
Obviously, the big ones are Resident Evil and Dirt, are kind of the two big AAA ones, like we said last.
Point on the horizon.
Yeah, last week. But it was a good kind of back and forth between a few people. Lots of people were interested in it and kind of saying, "Hey, have you checked this out? Oh, have you tried this one?" And it was one of those kind of like the RPSVR group where there's people like, "Yeah, I like this game, I like that game," and given the reasons of why they did or didn't like it. My point in the conversation essentially was, I like the small experiences. If you want to buy it, there's one guy that's like, I bought it, didn't play it, and I go, hey, what'd you pick up? He's like, I got Batman, I got Job Simulator, I got this. I go, try Werewolves Within, try Resident Evil if you like horror games. Like, those are the two that'll show you the best. But the majority of what I got back from people who don't play it anymore is kind of like how I was for a little bit, it's just a pain in the butt to set up sometimes, which I understand.
It's just laziness.
But if you put it away, though,
cables.
But if you don't leave it out and all that I could see how versus playing on a 2D screen, or the other problem is there's so many good Sony games out right now that
it's a small price to pay for the experience. But I do agree that right now there's so many games.
That was the other argument people have is like there's so many, like somebody's like, I haven't finished Persona, I haven't finished Horizon. I was like,
killing me right now. I can't
PSVR
put my headset on until I'm done with Persona.
Which is awesome because as you know, I had Division for a while. Division's done. I'm playing a little bit Ghost Recon, but I'm now back in VR.
Yeah.
More and more.
Cool.
So, anyways, that was just a thing I had from this morning.
I appreciate it.
Was a nice discussion.
There you go. So, yeah. Join the discussion, but preferably for us instead of Kind of Funny. So, new games this week. There's two big ones. Symphony of the Machine, which is a first-person puzzler where you basically use the weather to bring a dead kind of planet back to life. Looks interesting.
I was looking at this. It's one of those things where I'm debating on picking it up. Like I said, I've jumped into VR more. The thing, I'm probably going to watch a little bit of gameplay before I pick it up personally.
Yeah.
The reason being is with puzzle games, it all depends on the puzzle.
Yeah.
So
how hard are they?
If they're too hard, it's going to suck. Too easy, it's going to suck.
I can see that. It reminded me a little bit. Excuse me, I got a little thing in my throat. It reminded me a little bit of Sol Axiom, kind of, but like,
you mean The Witness?
VR. No, The Witness as well. But
Sol Axiom, that's what you mentioned earlier.
Specifically. Yeah, The Witness too. But Sol Axiom kind of puzzle thing. You remember we played Sol Axiom. We never actually released the footage, but we played it, and the way those puzzles worked, they look very similar to the style of puzzle for Symphony of the Machine. So graphically, it looks good. I don't know how long it is the only thing, but it is only $20. So I'm assuming we're expecting a small experience, maybe 4 levels, 5 levels. I don't know.
Like we've been saying from the get-go, VR tends to price itself pretty well. well.
Yeah,
which is kind of nice.
So it's definitely worth a peep. But so far, no actual reviews or anything on it that I know of. But what we do have a lot of reviews for is the other new release this game, which has got a ton of hype behind it, and that's a little game called Static. So Static, if you don't know, is a sort of Portal-like puzzle box game where your hands are in a sort of a puzzle box, I suppose. Think of it as like one of those Chinese torture things, but for your whole hands. And there's tons of like buttons and things to do on this little box. And your goal is to get out of the box. But apparently underpinning the sort of puzzle elements of it is a really solid Portal-like story where it's got a kind of a dark sense of humor. You're kind of being experimented on. And one of the best things about this, aside from the fact that it's getting really good reviews right now, is that they released a fucking demo for it. Which, let's be honest, we've been asking for this for a long time. Every VR game should have a demo. Every game should have a demo. Hands down. Every game should have a demo, but every VR game, for sure, because of things like motion sickness and that kind of stuff.
The other thing right now is you're still in the wild west of VR of good and bad games. You can look at a trailer, and we know trailers lie sometimes. So
trailers are the worst. But
trying to figure out what it is.
But yeah, there's a demo for it. They released it early even. The developers are doing everything right. And every single post that I've seen about this game recently has been positive. I've seen a couple. I've seen people that absolutely love it and have been their cheerleader for it, saying this is one of the greatest VR experiences they've done. I've also seen people that are like, it was good initially, and then the longer I played, the more repetitive it got. Yeah, it got a little bit old towards the end.
And or the other complaint that I saw across, like the kind of, I guess, the theme across a few of the reviews I read, was it doesn't really tell you how to solve some puzzles, like, which is good and bad depending on how hard the puzzle is.
Yeah.
Like, well, not. I guess the mechanics
a lot of trial and error.
The mechanics of solving the puzzle.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's a lot of just flick this, see what it does, flick that. It almost reminds you of that Nog game in that sense, which I actually didn't like Nog. So hopefully it's less annoying than that. But you know what? I can find out because it's a fucking demo. So I'm going to play it and see how I feel about it. But yeah, a lot of people have said it's actually really, 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 really good. So definitely check out Static. That is, again, $20. So priced appropriately. If you don't have $20 though, and you want to still get some good stuff, or if you have a little bit more than $20, there has been a couple updated deals. They're not really deals so much as bundles. So we still have in the deal section, Eve is still on sale, 30 from 60. Pick it up.
Do you think that's them saying we overpriced it?
A little bit of that, and a little bit of them trying to keep the player base going. Now they're releasing content, I think. Yeah. Gunjack 4 from 10, the best-selling PSVR game of all time, currently. VR Ping Pong, still $10.50, down from $15. But here's the two new ones. So you have two bundle packs from Oasis Games. There's a horror bundle and a shooter bundle. And they are both priced at $25 for 2 games. The horror bundle is Weeping Doll and Dying Reborn.
Which we did Dying Reborn.
We did do Dying Reborn. It was cool. I liked it. It wasn't the most slick experience, but the actual puzzles and everything were neat, and I enjoyed solving it. Weeping Doll, I've heard not great things about. So, I mean, unless they patched it and made it better somehow, it's that's an uneven bundle in my opinion. And then you have the shooter bundle, which is Pixel Gear.
Can I just point out that the second one in this shooter bundle is a weird name for a shooter game.
It is. Ace Banana.
I almost picked it up.
Yeah, but Pixel Gear and Ace Banana. And
have you played Ace Banana?
I haven't played Ace Banana. I played Pixel Gear.
It's
I have Pixel Gear.
Ace Banana is
it's like a monkey
all
game?
right.
Are you a monkey?
It's it's one of those things where it feels cheap.
Okay.
That makes sense. Like,
well, so does some much, of every game this company puts out feels a little cheap.
It was one of those things where, like, I felt like the shooting gallery type thing, which is monkeys going, or like the things going across, you got to shoot. That's what it felt like when I was playing it, and it was, again, it wasn't bad. It just felt like a thing that I would play once and be done with it.
Well, Pixel Gear is similar in nature. It's a shooting gallery, but Pixel Gear I actually played more than once because I really enjoyed the aesthetic of that game, and I think that's one of the better gallery shooters that they have on PSVR right now.
Other than the best one is Until Dawn.
Yeah, for sure, hands down. But yeah, but if you're interested in it, like, I feel like both. This is interesting because, like, both of these bundles have like one pretty good game and then one pretty bad game. So it's kind of like, I understand maybe why they wanted to bundle them together to try and get more sales for certain things. But yeah, it's an interesting bundle pack. So Weeping Doll and Dying Reborn and Pixel Gear and Ace Banana. 2 bundle packs from Oasis Games, $25. So let's move on to the news. Now that we're done with game stuff, so there's some interesting stuff this week to talk about. I'm actually pretty excited. I've been putting, and I will say this: I was worried I wouldn't have any news because I was looking through. I'm looking through the PSVR forums, and I'm just like, God, there's fucking nothing this week. And I'm starting looking around a few other places, and I just didn't really get any good information until the last 2 days. In the last 2 days, it was just a flood of stuff. So here's some of the stuff. This is a good piece of news in a way, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I tell you. Resident Evil 7 Not a Hero DLC has been delayed. That's the initial sentence there is kind of like, oh no. But wait till you hear why. So here, I'm going to read this, and trust me, it's hard because it's really blurry. Dear Resident Evil ambassadors, first of all, as always, thank you for your support of the Resident Evil series. We have some important news for you today. We have decided to delay the release of the free Not a Hero DLC, which was previously announced as coming as spring 2017. The reason for this delay is that the content was simply not at the level of quality we know our fans expect and deserve. In order to make sure we can deliver a great experience, we are going to take some more time to improve and polish this content. As for the Resident Evil 7 team wanted to let our fans know personally about the news. They have recorded a short video message which you can view below. So there is a video message to go with this. Obviously we don't have that here, but yeah, so I mean, they're delaying it, but for a good reason. Thoughts on that?
I mean, it goes back to like the Miyamoto concept of like you want to wait to make sure it's done right.
Yeah.
Versus not.
Yeah. I'm happy with
I'm trying
that
to think what the...
I don't really care about the delay so much because honestly, like, it's whatever. There's a million other things to play at this point. But I'm happy that they're going to do it, and they're going to do it right, because to me that means that it's not quite polished enough, and they're going to make it as comfortable as the original experience was.
There's a Miyamoto quote where like, if you released a broken game, it's always broken, versus if you wait 2 months and release a fixed game, it's always fixed or something. I don't know. That's definitely not the quote is, but something like that.
All right, so moving on. This is a good one. So if you buy the standalone vanilla headset, that's the PSVR headset from Best Buy right now, then you can get a free copy of VR Worlds.
There you go.
Which is neat, because I already have that in here, yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, you buy the full $100 headset, you get a free copy of VR Worlds, which I think was, what, $40 the standalone for that?
And it was part of the $500 bundle initially, where if you got the Move, the camera, the game, and the headset. So it's a $40 game. It's actually, like, I still think it should have been a pack-in, but whatever. They give you a demo disc, so I can't really complain.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's the Wii Sports of VR, where it's a lot of proof of concepts and a lot of showing you what it can do if people do it right. Obviously, London Heist is probably the standout kind of
experience. Holy
crap, that was good.
There's nothing quite
into the
like
deep,
sitting in that chair and having a big bald Cockney yell at you.
Yeah. But also the shark one. I can never remember what I want to say. Into the Deep. Ocean Descent. That one is always good, and I say it multiple times, or I've said it many times on the show. Is that's always good if like for a first one.
That was my first experience.
That was my first one.
I had a really, really mind blowing time.
Because it's not a game. It just gets you used to being in a virtual world. Versus like I think if you'd thrown in and played London Heist first, it would have been like, hold up.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on? Yeah.
For somebody who plays games normally, not as bad, but even
it definitely eases you into it really well. And then they have the Danger Bowl was a lot of fun. I didn't play that until way later, and I really I still haven't played the Luge game.
Luge,
but I really
lay down
Danger Bowl
when you play it.
Yeah,
it's weird sitting up.
And then, by the way, in the description below, I'm going to have a direct link to this bundle. So if you're looking for it and you want the free PS Worlds, then it'll be there. So recently released on the Oculus and the HTC Vive, we have Rick and Morty, or what is it? Virtual Rickality or something like that.
I watched a couple people play this. I'm not a Rick and Morty fan. Well, I can't say I'm not a fan. I've never watched the show.
You would love it. I guarantee.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I've been told that by many people. I just haven't watched it yet, so I don't get like the little Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff. It looks like a decent game. It looks like a lot of fun.
It's based a lot off of Job Simulator. From what I understand, the developers of it watched Job Simulator, and they were like, this is really cool. I wonder what would happen if we made it like Rick and Morty. And everyone that's played it has come out saying it's one of the best experiences you can possibly experience in VR. No news yet for the PSVR version of it. It's definitely in the pipeline, I would imagine. But yeah, it looks really, really fun.
I'm sure Vive paid them some money to put
Yeah,
them on
maybe.
first.
I don't know. I mean, Oculus has it too, so it's
Well, then never mind.
yeah, but it's it looks great. I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan, so I can't wait for this game to come out. I just
And it looked like they're,
here's
from
up
what
to-
I saw. Have you watched any gameplay of it yet?
Not yet. No.
So
I've seen screenshots.
So what I've seen of it is it looks like it's decently long. Like Job Simulator, the Job Simulator vibe comes from where you grab the thing, you put it in a disc, and you become different. The premise is you're a clone Morty.
Yeah.
So you do different things based on what mode you choose. So it looked like, I think in total there was maybe 12 different levels.
Oh, good. That's
so
a good way.
It was long. I don't know how long each one is,
Right.
but it does have like the sense of humor. I'm assuming is based on the show, obviously, because it's Rick and Morty. But there's one where it's like the first one you do is you have to do laundry, and Rick is like, "Hey, there's a board over there that tells you what to do," and if you just stand there, they will just yell at you because you're not doing the job. Like, oh, I guess it's like Rick's like, I guess he doesn't know how to do it, Morty. I don't know what to do
it, Morty. It's a dribble coming down his
Yeah.
chin. Love it. So yeah, hopefully that ends up on PSVR at some point. But in the meantime, if you have an Oculus or a Vive, check it out. This is a big one because I thought you'd like this. I thought this would be a fun discussion. This
I'll
is
be
kind
odd
of
to that.
my
You're like,
main-
oh god.
You'll wake up. You got a show to do. 7 game devs are listed for VR content at Sony's E3. This is new. This is new news. You ready?
New news?
So some awesome guy from r/PSVR found this, and what I really like about it is just some of the names on the list has me really excited because we've been talking about E3 and there has to be something big and all that kind of stuff. So let me read the list of names to you. So Atlas/Sega, Hyperkin Inc., Ilion Games,
Don't know who that is.
Maximum Games,
Know them.
Mecha Electronics, Take-Two Interactive Software.
By the way, those are the people who make they own Rockstar. They own Rockstar and the 2K series.
And Verzoom. So a lot of these
Is
here...
Verzoom, isn't
It's
that the
weird
bike one?
game, yeah. So a couple of these are related to the weird bike game, which, you know, I'm okay with it. Like, that's fine. I'll take a look at it. I assume they're going to have some bikes at the show or whatever. The two that have me super hyped here, I think, are obvious. Atlas and Sega. Sega is responsible for Alien Isolation. Atlas is responsible for Persona. So either one of those, I'm like, fucking let's do it. And then, of course, as you so astutely mentioned, Take-Two is currently working on Red Dead Redemption.
What is Hyperkin?
2.
Hyperkin registered on my brain. I don't remember what
Check
they
it
do.
out. I don't know. So it's just, you have potential here for not only some form of Alien Isolation 2, whatever, and by the way, more news coming on that, but also Persona. And if there's any kind of a VR Persona, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. And then, of course, Take-Two as well. You have Take-Two, man.
Oh, Hyperkin's third-party stuff. Okay,
enough.
that makes sense.
But then you have the potential for there to be, even if it's an experience, like Red Dead 2, GTA, something really, really neat.
By the way, on Hyperkin's website under VR, it says practice safe VR.
Multiple
Safe
colors.
sex.
There you go. So that's some hot off the press news there from PSVR, r/PSVR. Thank you guys for sharing that. It's exciting, and it also sort of hypes me up a little bit for a potential big piece of news coming VR wise during Sony's E3.
They have to do. I mean, so getting back to the kind of funny argument, one of the things when the guy was like, they've not done anything, is like they've actually done more in 2017 than they did last year because. I personally believe they weren't pushing the device because they had some sort of issue. They didn't have enough in stock, and why would you push a device that you know you can't give to somebody unless you're Nintendo or if you're Apple? They tend to do that all the time. But theirs is not usually because of production issue. That's just a lot of people want their things. But I think the PSVR actually had something happen.
The lenses, I think, were busted or something.
So I mentioned in that thread that I had actually seen commercials for PSVR, and they're like, no. I was like, yeah, I've seen like two or three on Hulu. I've seen them a lot on I've seen on the internet, like banners and stuff like that for it. So
the internet.
In general. There's one the other day which I found really interesting. It was, as you know, I'm a NASCAR fan. And one of the 5 Hour Energy, you like NASCAR 06, you enjoyed that game. 5 Hour Energy sponsors one of the cars, and one of their things is like taking it up to the next level, essentially. And they use a PSVR headset as one of the examples. So I know Sony, I have a feeling Sony has to be involved somewhere in that because that's obviously their headset. But I don't know, I've seen a lot more of it becoming available to the public when it comes to getting it out there. So
they opened those arcades in Japan as well. Last week we talked about that.
So E3 has got me excited because they're doing more and more. And my opinion is that this year is kind of the year that VR is either going to... We either know VR is going to be super niche and that's just the way it's going to be, or we're going to get the big dogs involved and go forward with it. Because
I'm giving it to the end of the year. I think that...
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I think like after this year, we will know kind of where VR stands in the gaming sector.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. But
So-
I think there's still a lot of AAA developers that are holding back on talking about what they're doing because they just don't have enough to show, you know?
Or they don't want the
Or they want it to be a
hype.
surprise or
Yeah.
something, yeah.
pull a Fallout.
So speaking of big developers that are working for VR, we got a little bit of a hint here from the Dark Souls developer From Software that they are working on a VR title.
They're not doing Dark Souls because they said they're not going to do any more Dark Souls.
Correct. So there's a sort of a weird trailer, not really a trailer, but a thing they released that was going back on the history of the company recently on YouTube. And again, check the description below, and the video link is right there.
I cracked my toe on the chair. Sorry. That hurt really bad.
But this video goes through like all the way through the like Armored Core days or whatever it was, or Armored Tech. I can't remember which one of those they did. And then it goes all the way through like Dark Souls, etc.
Demon Souls, Dark Souls,
and then like right at the tippy toe, the last part of the video, it says 2017, and then it has like a list of just consoles. Right at the end of that list, PSVR. Exciting. So maybe we'll see something from them too.
They're just stealing stuff.
Yeah.
They're doing something for Switch too. So
this is news for you. HologirlsVR, which is porn, now compatible with the Little Star app on PSVR. So HologirlsVR, if you don't know, and trust me, I had to research this. I didn't just know it off the top of my head. HologirlsVR is apparently virtual reality porn. And it's done particularly well, I'm told. And what they've kind of finally figured out is that utilizing the Little Star app, which is pre-existing on the PS Store, they can allow you to view their smut. So
I just feel like VR porn would be weird. I can't say I've ever looked at VR porn.
It definitely would be weird, but at the same time, I think it definitely would be kind of awesome. I think a lot of it is the porn industry always pushes forward the rest of the technological industry. So like if something does well for porn, that does well everywhere. And I think I can't really think of a better step forward for porn than virtual reality, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's I mean, it's a little bit risque, but it's good news, I guess. It's all towards the
I know what Tom's doing tonight.
VR. I don't know how to pull it off.
Hey,
no pun intended. I was looking at it actually, and it was like does look like it's a complicated thing to do.
He was trying really hard.
There you go. You can read again in the description.
It's really hard to do.
Shut up. All right, so next news, Marble Land coming in July. Now, for those of you that are old school gamers like myself, you'll remember a little ditty of a game called Marble Madness, which was kind of this isometric game where you
Wheezy got excited when you mentioned this name.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Wheezy, our animator, got really excited when he heard about this, but it's essentially just like an isometric game where you control a marble and you have to like make it go through puzzles and stuff. Do you ever play that? Like, what was that Sonic? There was like an isometric Sonic game. Do you remember that? I forget what it's called.
Sonic Pinball?
No, it wasn't a pinball game.
Super Monkey Ball?
It was like Sonic World or something.
Super Monkey Ball was
weird.
The one I did.
It's a lot like Super Monkey Ball, yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
So,
I don't know. Sonic games I never really played. That was horrible English.
It might
right
have been
there.
Sonic 3D or something. I don't know. If you remember the weird Sonic isometric game, let me know. But Marble Land is graphically kind of impressive. Like, it looks pretty decent, but I believe it's a third-person VR game. So you're like looking down at this kind of marble structure, and then you're like controlling the marble and making it do stuff. But it looks really cool. Trailers below in the description. Check it out. And on the sort of the way of new trailers, also Infinite Mini Golf.
This sounds fun.
It looks.
I really hope
cool.
it's. I really hope it's online multiplayer.
I do too.
If it's not, then they're missing a huge opportunity.
Well, I don't know. You could still do like a pass the helmet thing, but then that would suck.
Why would you do pass the helmet?
Like if you ever played a mini golf game with friends,
you have to wipe it off.
Yeah, I know.
Gross.
It wouldn't be the best, but
it's different when you're doing a headset versus a controller.
You could do like a round and then pass it. I think.
Yeah,
not like every other hole.
I don't
that
like
would be
that.
Annoying. But yeah, I mean,
I hate your ideas, Tom.
Everyone's been looking for a good golf game. This is only mini golf, but I think mini golf is better suited potentially to
well, they
reality.
can use mini golf to figure out how to do real golf games.
Golf, yeah.
I mean,
It's it's going to be a bit whimsical, a bit silly, but who cares?
We all know 100-foot robot golf wasn't very good in VR.
Yeah, true that.
Have you ever tried that in VR?
I did the demo, I think.
Dude, it was like it's weird because you're on top of the robot and not the head of the robot. It's just like, what is happening? And I bought that game for VR, and I play it now more in not VR than I do in VR because it's so bad.
Not ideal.
I want a good golf game.
So there you go, Infinite Mini Golf trailer below. And then before I go into the sort of ending part of our VR chat section here, the other thing which is kind of interesting, and I'm going to open my link here because I want to see how much they've earned so far. There's a little game that is trying to be made, and allegedly the developer has the money for this game. Like, they already have it done, but they're like, this money is more so for like advertising, for polish, for all that kind of stuff. And it's called Metaworld. Metaworld, the VR MMO simulation. So it invites you to experience 10,000 square miles of a massively scaled open world together in VR. So it's like a social experiment. There's all kinds of stuff like taking photographs, playing golf, there's go-karts, there's scuba diving, there's all kinds of crazy shit. It's all in VR. However, and this is the downside to
22 days
They're
to
currently
go.
doing an Indiegogo that has 22 days left as of recording. It'll be 24, 25.
Well, you count down, not up.
Yes, you do. 20 or 19 by the time you watch this. But when I looked at it, it was like $81 out of a goal of 50,000. Now it is at 1,039 out of a goal.
There's no
of
way.
50,000.
There's no way.
That small time period, I don't see this happening, but it would be super cool because it actually looks like a lot of fun.
$50,000 for advertising a budget. I mean, I'm not a game developer, but
I don't
like
really understand the math behind it. I'm just telling you what it says. So there you go.
I'd love to like reach out to like Butterscotch or Happy Badger and be like, is this reasonable? Because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Be like, is this a reasonable amount for something like this?
I mean, I guess
a
a lot of it might be towards keeping infrastructure, because if it's going to be a virtual reality
You gotta
MMO,
build
that's a
servers
lot of fucking servers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think some of it's probably going towards that.
That makes more
but
sense.
The game itself is done. So yeah, Metaworld Social VR MMO Sim. Go check out the Indiegogo link if you want to donate. You'll be well within time if you're watching this video at launch or close to it. But it looks kind of cool, honestly. So there you go. The last two bits of news I have are kind of intertwined, so I wanted to bring them up together. So the first is that Ridley Scott, director of Alien and Prometheus, is looking to bring Alien to VR. Officially, he's said this. The sucky part about this is that the way he said this is the same way that The Martian was brought to VR. I think it's even the same company that's looking at it. So as huge of an Alien fan as I am, you can see I'm wearing a facehugger shirt right now. The experience he's talking about is more like a tie-in movie type experience, I think, to like a fully fledged thing, which fucking sucks, and no one cares about.
Kind of like the Ghostbusters thing.
I'll play it, but like I'm not expecting big things at all. But on the plus side, Alien Isolation 2 is officially go. And this is interesting because if you click the description below, you'll actually see I had to translate this from like a French page, but the developers of Alien Isolation, I think it's Creative Assembly with Sega, have said they're officially working on the second title, and I think everyone in their ante wants VR to come to Alien Isolation, except for Keegan.
I don't.
So the difficulty, of course, was trying to take a VR game, a non-VR game rather, and then flip it into VR, which we know could be done, but we also know that it has some
better to build a game from the ground up, kind of like when you're shooting a 3D movie.
Yes. So, there is a VR version of Alien Isolation on things like the Oculus, but the major complaints about it were that it doesn't quite feel right. Like the smoke is kind of 2D and stuff, so it's not quite got the atmosphere of something like Resident Evil 7. Even though it was scary in parts, it wasn't quite perfect. So if they can do this, if they can think about it ahead of time, then we can see them potentially building VR into Alien Isolation 2, which would just make my fucking year, because I'm so obsessed in those movies and that experience.
Scary.
Can't do it.
No, I don't understand.
Dude,
the
in
obsession
VR,
with
like
yourself. I know, I don't
through
understand
the vents
that.
and everything, and
You can't
seeing it come at
control
you.
it? No, that's terrifying. I just don't understand the point of scaring yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just the way I live my life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You torture yourself. I get it.
So it made me think about something, and that is that obviously, of all the VR games in the world, if I could pick a normal game and then make it VR, just like that, I would pick Alien Isolation, because I think if you could do it on the scale of something like Resident Evil 7, it would be the perfect VR game for me. It would scare me. It would allow me to be inside this world that I've loved and coveted for so long. And I think it's a really good style of game to pull that off successfully. If you could pick any regular game, flip it to VR, what would it be?
Mario 64.
Okay.
A lot of fun.
Explain.
No.
Please.
No, I mean, I think partially because that was one of the first games to do 3D, right? I think it would be fun to go in and be Mario in these worlds.
Would you want it to be kind of like, you know how like they have ridiculous jumps and stuff like Windlands and stuff? Would you want to have that kind of like you were Mario jumping style and stuff, like flips and shit?
I don't know if I'd do the triple jump. That one would be sickening, but like the long jumps I don't think would be an issue or anything. I was thinking, like, you've played Mario 64, I'm guessing.
I have.
You know the lava.
I played Mario 64 before you were born.
Yeah, you know Lava World? No,
Yeah.
that's not true, because I was born when the game came out. So, the Lava World was, I think, specifically how cool it'd be to be in that world with lava like comes up on you. You're like, oh god, like that kind of thing. Or surfing on the Koopa shell when you steal it from the Koopa in like
sliding
Bob-omb
down
World.
the penguin slide.
Yeah, like stuff like that. They have a lot of those things, and I was like, that would be really cool in VR.
I'm with you with that, actually. I think I'd enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, the only things I think would be hard would be the triple jump, getting shot out of a cannon is one that would be like, oh, I mean, I feel like they would do it right where it wouldn't be too bad, but that would be one where it's like, oh god. And then the Bowser spinning, they'd have to change that because you get real dizzy real quick.
That's true. That's true.
Did you picture that? Like whoop.
Yeah, you find yourself throwing up when you throw Bowser off the edge.
I think that'd be a fun one. That was my initial reaction when I saw that. The other one that I would love to do would be like a fishing game.
A fishing game?
I don't know why, but I feel like those chill, laid back games would be perfect for VR.
It's kind of interesting they haven't done one yet, isn't it? Because they'd easily make a little peripheral for that, or even just using the Move controller or something.
Yeah. It's like, because that would get you so much more immersed. Because right now when you play a fishing game, you're either looking at a rod or you're looking at the person. It's like, well, versus like if you're there doing it, and I don't do the motion controllers don't have like rumble feedback, do they? Because that would be cool.
The moves don't, no.
Yeah, that'd be cool if the moves had the rumble feedback, because then you could be like feel the tension on the line. That's Sony. There you go, get on that. But I'm sure they're working on something.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Like we said, golf and fishing are two obvious games for VR. So, I mean, we've already done the racing game. We've already done the horror game. Let's get some relaxing games.
With Mario.
Let's get some relaxing games. Kind of like that Anywhere game in Japan, where you just go to random places and hang out, and you can look at your phone and like the game and stuff.
Google Earth is on Vive, which would be cool, where you can just go to these different places. They had one. I don't know if I told this on the show or if I told it off the show, but I watched Nerd Cube play. He has a Vive, I believe, or Oculus. I can't remember. I don't know which one. He has one of the two, and he did one where he toured an art museum and saw Michelangelo's David, and like was able to walk around and look up at him. And there's one moment where he spawned, because he used the teleport move, and he spawned underneath the statue, and he looked up, he's like, that's a shot of a dude I never thought I would see. but from a history standpoint, I think stuff like that would be really cool with those experiences of going through, and like the museum game, as boring as that sounds, you could learn a lot. We were talking about the Oklahoma City bombing, because we'd both gone to it, and I think that's really cool. And
the Oklahoma City bombing museum. We weren't at the bombing.
But it's really cool, and like people who don't have the opportunity to go there, whether it's because of time, money, whatever it may be,
disability.
Yeah, or like I still firmly believe VR is a huge educational opportunity. That's why I like Time Machine. So
price wise, it's kind of out of the depth of most education field. But then again, so were iPads for a long time, and now they're all over the damn place. So it's
give it time. I mean, obviously we're in Gen 1, as we know. We're well aware where we stand in VR, and that's the thing with VR. You have to understand what you're getting, what you're not getting. But I'm excited to see what the future is.
Cool. So I guess I'm going to relay that same question to you, the lovely folks watching at home. What game would you want to be remade, especially for VR, if you could just have it? That being said, we have some gameplay for you. You remember last week we played Herocade, which was a clusterfuck of games. And
the app crashed on us.
To figure out how to move and shit like that took forever. So Keegan played last week. This week it's me, and I'm going to be looking at the horror titles in Herocade. Only a couple of them because we don't want to spoil everything for you guys if you're looking to pick it up. But we play through the Sisters game and Dread Halls, just to kind of give you a rough idea of just how scary those games are or aren't, as the case may be. So yeah, hang tight, stay with us, and pay attention for Herocade Part 2. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. All right. So welcome back to Herocade. This time I'm in the hot seat, and I'm just going to adjust here a little bit. And
last time it ended with a giant whale that is floating around
whale over
here.
there. Yeah.
It was weird. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time in this. If you didn't see the bargain basement, the level 2 VR last week, I played 405 getaway, highway robbery, whatever it's called, a turkey hunt, and
it was Road Rage, I think.
Yeah, 405 Road Rage, turkey hunt, and Gumi no Yumi. You're playing Sisters. You're gonna do the spooky ones.
I'm doing the spooky ones because you won't, basically. But these are experiences that allegedly are... Oh, why am I sideways? Oh, this is weird.
Hold options.
I was just going sideways for some reason. Yeah, you don't like horror games. I do.
But I like the happy, fun games.
Oh, hello.
Oh, this is going to be loud in my ears.
Okay. Well, I have a flashlight, so there's that. R2 or T button?
On the move.
Oh, to turn your flashlight on.
Top button.
I just heard a girl laugh. That's it? Game over.
Game over. You lose.
Flashlight simulator. Okay. Oh, that's a jump scare waiting to happen.
Ooh, that audio's a bit rough.
All right, so
so it's the shifty moves. I have a feeling since that doll is the face of the thing, something's gonna happen with it.
Well, I can't actually move forward.
Can you interact with things? One thing we've learned about this is it doesn't tell you how to play it very well with Herocade. They're fun once you figure it out.
I'm like waiting for her to
jump,
do something.
Is that her right there in the picture?
I think so.
So find her sister.
I could hear another one.
Oh, there's something back there. Is circle move? Because circle was moved before.
No.
No. Only in the hub world.
Like literally there's one button.
Flashlight. Oh. Oh. Oh.
She's gone.
Oh, what are you talking about? She's right there. I thought there was a spider on the roof. There's a chandelier.
Oh, fuck me. I would have died. There's a book here. The shadows are...
I was going to say, the shadows look pretty impressive. Oh, that's not terrifying.
She's like... Is she different in this picture now?
No.
I think she looks closer.
She looks the same to me. Look on the capture here and see
hey.
if it's the same. Oh, she wants to give you a hug.
Aw. You just want a hug?
Tom's like, I'm not taking my eye off you.
I don't know what Oh! Yeah, she totally went like big in the photo for a second there. Now she's gone.
Do you know how long this experience is supposed to be?
I
don't.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Tom. Uh-oh, Tom. Your flashlight's flashing.
Yeah, I noticed. It's not scary, to be honest. Like...
You say that now.
It's a valiant attempt to be scary.
It's pretty scary to me.
What's that? Is it the chandelier?
Oh, whoa!
Hi!
It's not scary.
How are you?
Is that it? That was
That's
it.
apparently.
Otherworld VR.
That was interesting. That was definitely more of an experience than like a game.
Yeah. Because you had no real control over what was happening.
She was really in my face, like
Yeah.
in real world terms. She was like here. So that was a little unnerving. It wasn't terrible. I definitely don't think I would have paid for that as a standalone experience.
Yeah.
But it's, you know,
But
okay.
it's part of this. Like I said,
this.
I had fun with the first 3 I played, and again, they're the Happy Fun Times ones.
Oh, I finished mine. So look, I got a blue thing.
Oh, well, aren't you fancy?
Yeah, you're damn
Did
right.
you get another whale?
Jurassic Survival looks cool. I don't see the whale.
I don't see the whale either. He'll come back.
There he is.
Hey, hey.
Oh, I like him.
So the scale, this is. I mean, you can't tell on the TV, but when you look at a whale, that's when you realize how small we are. Like I played, I did a demo on the Vive, and one of the things was a blue whale swam past me, and I was teeny tiny compared to it. What are we playing next, Tom?
Dread Halls.
That sounds awesome. Not.
I just want more horror. That was a taste of horror. I need something else.
Well, for $15.
$15 so far, not terrible. High score, 18. Find 4 eyes. Okay.
I have them on my face.
Like, find 4 eyes. He's over there.
Found him. Do I win something?
Okay. Through the wormhole. God, I really want a Doctor Who VR now.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying if that to me was cool. Fun fact about this game: they actually spent more time on the loading screen than anything else.
Yeah.
See, like we don't need controls; we have a cool loading screen.
So this looks a little bit like... yeah, I haven't had any controls told to me. You lucked out.
Yeah. Well, it's because you're doing spooky things, so they expect you to stand there. What do you're not a fan of the jump moves, are you?
The jump moves?
Like when the 45-degree moves?
No, I hate them.
So, play random map or new game. Why would
Guess new game.
I'm guessing that too. No? Random map?
Seriously though.
Right trigger. Try the right trigger. No? Touchpad.
Done everything.
Did you have you touched your nose?
What the shit?
Touched-
Oh, okay. How weird is that? Alright.
What? This is an intense horror experience.
Oh,
with
yeah, I'm sure it is.
Disturbing nature. Player discretion is advised. There you go. Controls. You got
Lockpick, sprint,
Recenter.
light, inventory.
So this looks like it's one of the more advanced
Robust.
ones so far.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Just based on
The fact it says new game.
yeah, the fact
it's
that it showed you it had new game and it showed you controls. So far, we're more.
This is one of the ones that you hear about a lot, and I keep getting thrown off.
Oh, this looks like whatchamacallit?
Crystal Rift.
Yeah. But shout out to those guys.
Bottle of oil. You can use it to fuel your lamp. Cool. Where's my lamp?
So, is it? I assume it's just normal locomotion.
Not so bad. I haven't really. Give me a second.
Like it's the stick though to move, right?
Huh?
You're using the stick,
Yeah.
left stick.
Yeah. Stoneface told me I'll be there. I'll wait for you. Follow the trail. I have this sweet map here.
Sweet map, bro. Hold to force the lock. Well, that was easy. Oh, this is. Hey!
Oh, thank the Lord. All right.
So again, more robust. No, that's not what you want. You wanted options. Tutorial. Rotation speed. Oh, you want snap comfort off, I'm guessing. Move in the direction you're looking?
Let's see what this does. Really? That's your rotation speed?
You slowed it down.
I thought I sped it up.
I don't know. I would go the other way. See if that does it.
That's even slower. What the fuck? Look at that. What a joke. Jesus Christ. Come on. Well, I was on 3 before. It was doing okay, so I guess let's try 3 again. Like, this is way too slow.
It's to spook you.
So, they gave you the option for smooth controls, but they're impossible to use because of how fucking slow you turn. So I'll just do snap.
There's a bed. There's alcohol.
A coin from a past era. Lockpicks, sweet.
Lockpicks are always useful. Oh, you got a map.
Yeah, he's always kind of hovering with it, but locomotion's not it's not great, I'll be honest, but it's not terrible. I'm a little woozy, but nothing too bad.
Hold to finish unlocking. Do you have any sense of like fear when you open a door yet?
What?
Do you have a sense of fear when you're opening the door of like something's gonna get me when I go through one of these doors? No.
No. Again, I think a lot of it is the environment. Oh, hang on. Wait until your arrows are aligned to use your lockpick. Fuck off! They were aligned. There you go. The reason being, at least as far as I can tell, is... Oh, if you hold it, you spin. That's good. Is that with a game like Resident Evil, the entire environment is designed to... Why am I losing light here or something?
I don't know. Running out of oil. Yep.
Well, how do I
There you go.
Okay.
That's kind of clever.
It's kind of dripping with dread, but this game is... It's kind of boring to look at.
Yeah.
So, I'm not particularly worried about this chick right now.
Oh, well, she wasn't too worried about you either.
Fair enough.
There's more oil there. There's writing, it looks like, in the middle on the pillars.
Yeah, I never would have turned my back on an enemy in Resident Evil 7, but I honestly don't care. It looks like a receptacle.
So there's something you put in there. More oil. I like how the oil's like, hey, pick me up. I'm the bright glowing thing. I feel like...
Gate there.
It could be a whole podcast conversation at some point, but I feel like game developers now treat gamers like they're dumb.
Oh, there's a stone face.
It drives me crazy. With dead eyes. Wow. About to start talking. Hello! Oh! Hi.
That was dope.
Do you wish to pay the price?
Sure.
A crossroads. This is a room of power, wanderer.
Okay.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. What is this room all about? It's a wishing well. Can you throw coins down it?
I guess I'll chase the ghost lady. I'm a little upsided here.
Hold options.
I am.
Oh. Hold it when you're in the menu. Maybe it'll fix it. Ghost lady. Hello, pretty lady.
It's definitely decent. Like, it's probably the most fully fledged game so far.
Yeah.
That we have come across. It's not. It does remind me of Crystal Rift quite significantly.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the thing.
Look at the map real quick and see. So it doesn't look like it's too big, though.
No, I don't think it's a huge experience.
No, I don't expect it to be.
But I think it's bigger than, like, Sisters, for example.
You mean that 5-minute experience you just had?
Yeah. Is that an eye?
Yeah, human eye. Collected.
Oh, yeah, I had to get 4 of them, didn't I?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I'm assuming that ain't good.
I mean,
Can I pick this up?
That's what you're supposed to do. One of the two. It's actually that lady's eyes. Your friend, you know?
Yeah.
Do you want to say hello?
No, she wouldn't have physical eyes. She's a ghost.
Well, maybe they were her eyes before she became a ghost, because at some point she was a human.
Oh. What is it again?
They're very generous with the oil. I have a feeling you're running out at some point.
Yeah, because I can't imagine it'd be much fun wandering around in the dark.
I mean, maybe that's supposed to add to it.
There's no music or anything, or sounds, or...
Can you put the eye on there?
Oh, yeah, I guess I have to, right?
Are you just holding? Like, there's no...
Yeah, just holding down.
Oh,
I think I opened that gate, right? Yeah. Oh, there's a spirit pissed off down there. Okie dokie. Let's continue further down the dread holes. Oh. Okay. Weird that it had to load there.
You broke it. That's the end of the game.
Must be another eye.
Further inside.
Oh. That's some bullshit. I like how, like, the lock pits are basically useless.
Yeah. Well, you gotta use them. So
well,
if
they're
you didn't
just
have
there
one,
for
what would
speed.
happen?
I was wondering if I had a quick turn. I can't run, so... There's another stone face. That doesn't look too friendly.
No. Looks like Cthulhu. Not really.
Hey!
What is your question?
Who are you?
We are beholders.
So you can only pay her 2 coins at a time? Like
Yeah.
you can't keep spamming her?
I probably could. I really don't care that much.
Oh.
I do like that thing, though. I hope there's some of those in the holes.
Ooh.
Here's some creepy noises.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't trust that. I'm gonna go down this way, though. There's a shield, some oil. I wonder if I can pick up this shield.
Nope.
No. That's a big ass shield, too. Lockpicks. The most useless item in this game.
Well, you need them to open the door. They don't do anything like...
I guess if you're running
use
away
them.
from something, it would be useful, but since you
Yeah.
can't defend yourself anyway, it's kind of stupid.
Oh. It's like a dog. Oh.
This is the outer side. Oh, it's real bright.
So thoughts?
I'm not mad at
Is
it.
that a...
It's
oh.
definitely one of the more kind of robust experiences in the Herocade. I don't think it's worth price of admission in terms of, like... I mean, I like that this is a collection of mini games in general. I was led to believe that this game was going to be a little bit more kind of exciting than it's turning out to be.
You shouldn't look at her.
I'm not going to look at her. So what do I just... Is this a stalemate, or...
Yep.
Or if I just don't look at her, can I go forward? Do you think?
You ask good questions.
Yeah, let's find
It's up
out.
to you to figure it out.
Not looking at you. Gonna talk to my friend Stoneface. You there? Hi. That's creepier than anything
Yeah.
else.
We are one of many faces.
Ooh. It's like Medusa. I was like, just move with my back to her. See what I mean? If this was like a more competent horror game, I would not turn my back to a monster at all. But because, despite the name Dreadholes, I haven't built up a sense of dread to make me nervous about the game. I feel like I've been down here before.
Well, you can check your map.
No, I haven't. Just looks the same. Would you play this, having seen what you've seen so far?
Probably not. I mean, it doesn't look too scary. It just looks boring.
Yeah, that's, I guess, the major complaint I have so far. Is it's a little... The story's not been mega engaging at all. I mean, it's kind of interesting with, like, the stone heads and stuff. And I'm hoping that, you know, there's better enemies or something. Oh, you can just hold it down, you don't have to tap it. That's an interesting one.
So how much further you want to go with this one?
Not much further, I just kind of... I was hoping for a scare or something, but I don't think I'm going to get one. Whatever that thing is gone away. Or at least to die or something. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go stare at one of those things that's supposed to fuck me up. Can I get in this crate? Oh, I can. Something good. Be something good. Really? That big ass crate for 3 little coins. I wonder if you have to, like, talk to the stone thing more.
That was my thought too.
It just doesn't really tell you anything useful, though. It's super basic. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, it's clearly difficult to make games for VR. I forgot which way I went. Oh, there you go. Never been here before. It's bound to be something. Okay. Oh. Hello.
I didn't know you had fire.
Fire! That's nice and not useful. Can I push it? I feel like I should be able to push it down there. No, I guess not. The slow movement is killing me a little bit. I guess they do it for locomotion, but like the rotation and everything is off quite significantly. The fact that you can't move faster than like 1 mile an hour is pretty frustrating.
Do you think it's intentional though?
I have no idea. Big old orb. I already talked to... Oh, maybe you can only talk to it once, because that was a thing I was at, right? The map is suddenly useful, which I'm a fan of.
It suddenly became useful. 10 out of 10 IGN.
We'll see how it goes. Like I said, if I can find one of these monster women, I'll just die. But the way things are going, I might fucking finish the game. Who knows?
Ooh.
Kill me! Kill me! Are you gonna kill me?
No.
Nope. Alright. Well, what's the point of you then? See? I mean... Now I'm even less scared. Because I know that when I actively went to one and tried to die, it didn't kill me. Fucking hell. To their credit, they haven't relied on shitty jump scares like the Sisters game. Like, it has been actual, like, kind of gameplay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna head back to that larger area in the center here. I'm not even looking. don't think I could go down. No, I couldn't go down any of these. I think if we go in here and then right. Either I get the next eye or I get killed. And we're done. Not that I don't want to shit on it because I'm clearly still playing it, but it has a lot of problems.
Well, there you go.
Next eye.
There's
there you
the
go.
eye.
Oh. Hi there. Alright.
Cool.
Where can I put my eyeball? Boom. There you go. Not particularly scary in any size, shape, or form. But a decent experience. I'm not mad about it. Alright, how do I get out of here? Okay. Back, right?
Yeah. You want to call it there?
Sure. Yeah. Give some room for you guys to explore the remainder of Herocade.
Final thoughts? What'd you think?
A little disappointed, to be honest.
You seem to be the opposite of what I was. I took it as a bunch of fun little mini games that were like, yay, fun.
Whenever I was like looking up this game, everyone was like, these horror experiences are worth the money.
Granted, there's other ones there.
Yeah, they are definitely not worth it. Sisters was not worth the money at all. That Jurassic Survival looks interesting. I'm assuming it's like a, Jurassic Park type thing. I'll definitely play the rest of them, and I'm sure like stuff like this, like Space Bit Attack and that kind of stuff will be fun. And clearly some of the games that you played were fun too. But, with the horror sections of Herocade, very disappointing to me. Which I don't like to say because I like to give things a chance. I think I gave it a fair shake.
Yeah.
And just wasn't super scary. So the doll on your face is kind of cool, but not worth money. At all.
So.
Yeah.
All right. So that's Herocade Part 2. If you guys didn't see Part 1, head over to the Level 2 VR from last week. And we've got the 3 games I played. But thank you guys so much for watching.
And as always,
welcome to the second level. Bye.
It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level.